Hey everyone, today I've got your Aladdin movie review. Disney has remade yet another one of their animated films. Have your wishes finally been granted? So as far as the story goes, Guy Ritchie directs this Disney movie that I have been highly anticipating. Days up to me seeing it, I had been listening to the soundtrack starting with the end credit song for A Whole New World. I just couldn't wait any longer to hear the rest of the soundtrack and all of those familiar songs that we know from the animated 92 film. Then what got me so excited was when the movie opens up to Arabian Nights, which is sung by Will Smith, and it feels so authentic to see the desert landscape and the atmosphere with Agrabah in the background, and that makes me want to travel to a place like that because it just looks so realistic and yet magical all at the same time. While it is the story you know, there is additional content here, which, they have been doing with a lot of these Disney movies, sort of expanding on the animated films. And in this movie, there are a lot of deep, meaningful messages here that you can take home with you. It, didn't feel super duper forced in any way. Some might think that, but I personally didn't take it as such. And there's a new song that gives the character of Jasmine something to stand for, and you find it potentially relatable. And so I think that Guy Ritchie definitely in that aspect showcased those elements here. Now, as far as the casting goes, you've got Mina Massoud, who plays Aladdin. I think he did a decent job to an extent, especially seeing this live-action version of this character, but I feel like his singing wasn't the greatest, and actually my sister pointed this out to me when we were listening to the soundtrack, and I mean, some parts of it sounded good, and others it did not. However, his chemistry with Naomi Scott was pure Disney magic, and especially with the song A Whole New World, and that journey was just amazing to watch unfold. Now, speaking of which, Naomi Scott was Disney princess perfection. From her singing to her beautiful outfits that I would totally want in my closet. I mean, they were just all so colorful and so unique, but it definitely fit with her personality, and I really just loved that part about her. And to quote a song she sang on Lemonade Mouth, which is on the Disney Channel, not that I watched that show, I just so happened to find out that she was actually on that show, which is probably why she got discovered and ended up landing the role of Jasmine for this movie. The quote is, "She's so good," and it literally proves that here in this movie. Now, Will Smith's Genie was made completely his own, and it really gave me vibes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he had nothing but the best things to say about Robin Williams during the press tour, because, to see him take on the big blue guy just wasn't terrible at all than I originally expected when I first saw the trailer, but then the more footage I saw, the more I just absolutely loved him. And there really is nothing to compare because they were both so different and both unique in their own special way. Especially singing musical numbers like Friend Like Me and Prince Ali. Now, Marwan Kenzari, who plays Jafar, made me worried that I would be disappointed with his villainous take on this character, but the third act definitely redeemed him, so I gave a sigh of relief during that moment. Now, the side characters were also equally impressive in their own way and added more to the story and film. Now, as far as the things that I liked about this movie was, right off the bat, the huge spectacle that was the musical numbers in this movie that at times showcased the culture and nostalgia factor from the animated film, but I really feel like they amped it up quite a bit because it was in live action, that it really, you had to see that representation on screen, and it was very important for me to see that it was all done, very tastefully. And I think Guy Ritchie's signature slow-mo filming style, which usually annoys me to see in some of his other films, I think it was utilized in the right places here and worked well on screen. especially with more of those action shots on film. Now, there were lots of laughs, and I definitely cheered and clapped while watching this movie because it was just so cool to see, you know, that experience with reliving my childhood and watching, you know, this film be brought to life. And it was just so much better, and it made me feel so good to watch this movie. Now, unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that while I enjoyed most of the movie, there were some cringeworthy moments that sort of took me out of the film. I could have sworn that I caught something inappropriate in the film, but maybe it was just sort of like, you know, kiddie humor. But if you know what I'm talking about when you see this movie, then that was the part. So overall, I would say that this movie is still pretty impressive. It still left me with a smile on my face. I would definitely see this movie again, and I just can't wait to see it, and I hope you guys do too. So I would highly recommend seeing this movie, and I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Aladdin. How does this compare to the original animated classic? And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.